Good evenings. Hello, Dene Yati. Say hi, say what's up. See, throw it in the comments. Always good to see you again. Not Daisy. So, welcome back, Roderick. Hello, hello, Atlanta. Hello, hello, hello. Gabi, September 10, Nakunin Joe. I know you're busy dealing family TNC, but Gabi, it's in Waku or September 12th or September 10th. Doing Zinege on his own. So hopefully it went well. Doing Zinege Ani, I was just taking a break from since in school work, so do not usually I got stuff due Sunday evening, yeah. So eight yeah, I thought I'd take a break and go live. This week, all this week kind of busy. Lant I could been able to, you know, think of some stuff. There's a post Hiltsini. It's about kind of gathering that information. Then I got an etchasi, only a couple. Yance disappointing lunt. Yance feedback. It's a kid do dia. Kole, they got two comments. Maybe interview some young people how they succeeded in life. Nezula, I then it's ihonira tu si cannot desi, right? Cool old stories, zoo legends. A winter time day. I'm gonna probably wait for winter. Nahi the denesutlina protocol udon tu si cannot daisy. Then it all need gotta respect that too. Side A, language education. I think it would be good to learn more about Dene language. Our language is slowly dying off, and elders have passed on that kept the knowledge. Speaking their language, Dene Suslina stories would be interesting too. Thank you. You're doing an amazing job. Masi, masi. Maybe different designs of t-shirts, Henny, you know? So, any feedback, it's important. Neno ha boundala, then I can intrasi, then I saw that do maybe research, like an data, yeah, you know, just I've always said this before, you know, then it's Harris Curdy that you see direct aren't easy because don't, a information he shoot it in, then I kind of how and whatever it may be. A So that's how we keep it going. Otherwise, I mean, just kind of do what I do. Don't do sunkenas today. I go live or dan halias today here and there, and some way as long as it keeps going. But feedback day always good. Appreciate it. I comment test see, you know, very important. We postpone it until we come back from. Okay, okay, okay. All right, Nezu, Nezu. So with that, the video Ana that is from Chippewa Prairie, I believe, documentary. Then I believe to yeah. Let me restart here. Did our good sound? Yeah, pause it, start over again. I think Tlayaki Shnilaza. Share audio. Treaty 8.
Save Dana Sutlin.
Okay, let's go back.
When we sit by the fire, sing till the light of day.
Save Dana Sutlin. Zakwe Hasli. Marina Nokoho. Sazi. Jonsi Jadlo Telo Zast. My name is Marina Nokoho. This weekend, my role is to organize the annual Treaty Day festivities.
It's amazing for him to make this trip out to see how we're.
You'd be brave enough to be in Dene territory.
Yeah. To me, but I didn't want to say that.
So, what would you guys call yourselves in like Dene? Like
Dana Sutlina.
Dene Sachrina?
Dana Sutlina.
Okay, so you know, with the Blackfoot, we call ourselves like Nitsitapi. You know, like the real people, like we're human beings, right?
Yeah.
What does your interpretation mean?
That's exactly what Dana Sutlina means in our language.
Nice.
The real people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's why I was kind of looking at you weird because.
Scrambled eggs.
So, Blair, what's happening here? We are having a breakfast today. The mosquitoes are having a breakfast today too, apparently.
Mosquito is the best tool.
No, I'm okay.
You know, when I was a kid, all treaty meant to me was, you know, go to our powwow, we get our $5.
Yeah.
Then you kind of start realizing what, you know, what it means, like what actually happened, and you kind of start getting mad.
Our ancestors basically signed an agreement, right? A treaty to work with people, to share, right? That was supposed to be it, you know. I don't think their intention was for us to be in this place right now.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that wasn't their intent.
No.
When you look at us sitting here on reserve, and when we're celebrating treaty days, and we have no idea what it is that we're celebrating, all we get is the $5. I can only think about myself, my children, and my grandchildren, and I would want them to know what the intent was when we signed the treaty, what the treaty was all about. Who signed it, who the signatories were, and why our ancestors signed that treaty, why our grandfathers signed it. So the intent is that we would share the resources, and we would respect our land, but we would still be able to maintain our way of life. We would still be people. We would still be considered human beings, and continue on in the way that we lived, our traditional ways, maintain our culture, our language, our history.
Our understanding is we made a treaty with the government that was being built at the time, or that was going to be built at the time, the Dominion of Canada, and the laws would be followed to protect our land. It's taken over 100 years, but now the consultation law exists. there was a lot of promises that were attached to it that have never been carried into the future. And I think that's a problem that needs to be dealt with in some time in the 20 years, 30 years ahead of us now. And at the same time, our health, our education, our well-being would be looked after by the government. That was the deal that was made 125 years ago. Well, we've been involved with oil gas production here since 1980. There has been drilling done before that, probably since 1959. It was the first drilling rig that came through this area. And over the years, people used to go to work for a labor job, 1 or 2 jobs, and really low pay, and we wouldn't get to take part much in that. Today, in 2016, even in this really low price oil economy, we're still doing a lot of business out in the oil field. We own, I think, 27 companies that are locally, between local and the band companies, and it covers everything from security to the drilling rigs now.
We don't have a very good relationship with industry right now. All we see is the destruction and how it's keeping us from maintaining our ways. When we say our way of life, we speak our language. The foods that we eat are all our traditional foods. We go out, we fish, we set snares for rabbit. Now I have pizza and McDonald's, and that ain't great.
The land, how it's been opened up, and we've lost a lot of hunting, we've lost a lot of fishing, we've lost a lot of this kind of stuff. That the culture shock on the people is quite high, and we're going through a transformation like that right now.
Even being this far south of Fort McMurray, there's still impacts on that are apparent on the river here. I was out on a boat ride with Maurice, and he showed me that over the years, the levels of the river have changed because of extraction from the oil companies. The wildlife is being driven out by all sorts of types of industries, not just the oil and gas industry, but also the gravel pits and the towns that are popping up, the camps that are popping up here and there. So a lot of the time they're having to go out 4 or 5 hours just to go catch a moose, or to go kind of travel farther to get the fish that they need to eat.
In order for Canada to really succeed and enjoy the riches of the land, the treaty has to be looked at in what it means and how it's actually today. We need to get to the point of partnerships, of ownership, and getting that so that our people can live with the same quality as the next people.
First, they have to be able to see us as human beings. Right now, we're not seen as people. We're just obstacles in their way. We are more than willing to work with them, but it has to be at the same level.
Chippewa Prairie First Nations, a Treaty 8 territory, got pretty interesting. Oil industry, not dealing with us. So, but Treaty Days going today. So, lot is doing then hunts right? That's all you kind of think about, eh? Kole, you know, do treaty days need maybe inflation who see going at $1, right? Could is $5 ton on is on. Only 1899 sign ideano 5, you know, now that calculated inflation 100 Oz that deal. So, you know, the discussion no and then it's in the two treaty days $5 doing a little there's more behind it than our seeing, you know, in this it is there bezidarin is nisi that ya dinisi do then a honel tania do then I go the honel tande gani marina code dila Tladi hania there's sign al ya, you know, there's on like easy lo Saganas a daily a treaty sign al yela. Of course, it's good. It's not. It's a bad thing. Torlium, we all gather and planets in dale. But the nisse no tsi queo it bezidarint is nisi. No hayatiu no chanyo a sign al yand and oza. Right? Altisum bal hit daliha. Not destroy lo. Badian Yelu. So I Koni Honel Tania. You know, I think that's why Borit Sly. Because Torlusi Benari Didaza, you know, 1899, 100 years ago, Kole Duhum Benari Diare, you know, we understand that ye tot ine deriganain denisi to try to get rid of, you know, Denasushine, right? So, Bonaria, and especially industry, you know, right? Denasuslinen nenaho ayr nake 1, 2, 3, I guess. For Makadi Yazi Denanade. You know, industry and not deal that deal and Selanya, right? So we call the Ashelia Dueza. You gotta go a different lake. Konisia. Konisia boy Dida because Ega not done a dian the rosa. Yanize 1899 da isk bezidarint is nisi $5 each to got duza the then a hunting and is on your quit. Sesuto, Tasuto, whatever it may be, you know. So treaty days they much more than $5, right? It's no hayatia bagadail new bataril au nith ibadaril au nihotzin bagashilio net di nihotzin badaril au danasha. You know, Koni vanilla Nicola, you know, danasha klun konti edaral on the nick outs in net dio huntisia. So there I'm gonna show a sneak peek. There little bit.
This is our home, Deneke Kusan. The memories and spirits of our ancestors live here. Since the beginning of time, we have held to their powerful vision for our people, for these lands, and for these waters.
So then not there.
Ni kutia sukuna I kiti ni utla kunia la ta ise.
There Dene Kekusan. This is in northern BC is in Denedalnism. You know, I'm not gonna because next time during this it's 24 minutes long a video. I mean, YouTube gave me early day, you can go check it out. But
Zedon kutla ni ya tigola la ta I tigol suku kutia ni we.
Our land's the center of who we are. We are part of the land and it's part of us. This Casca people, we want to see these landscapes managed in the right way. As long as our land is here and our language is here and our people are here, our ways of knowing will always be here.
Dene Kusan always will be there. Very interesting. Sahal Hoddin Leni Dene what's it
My
in
name's
way?
Jillian Staveley, and I'm a Cascadena member from Northern British Columbia. I'm a land steward, I'm a mother, and I'm an advocate for Denakaya, which means the people's country in our language, and it's our traditional territory with
So Dene Kaya Kujani Dala Dene Suslinero Genadia. I didn't even know. I mean, what's it in the way pipeline Genadine Benenega pipeline Huleni see your hult I hound or pipeline. You cannot Edi Dene Suslindalina. What's it in a Stanusal Hot Diade? What's it in a right? That disa. So showing their video in this ila, but next time I want to check it out, and then they need to check it out. But one of the things that Anithile Meander River it's in Dene, I'm gonna have him as a guest just this week. No habahu ane, Dimbabahu ane sometime after work. I think Thursday. Plus you record Elio, so then it'll be on maybe Sunday. Yeah. Then Sulene, you're one of the stories sa halkod dia. I tugena denisi tu bana. Kuyo holao all around it, or salot in a dadli, or whatever, Tori gotsi. Ku tot in any in deluban la tot in it. There is small poxa. Kutene, beko deja. Ayat in del. So that's one of the stories Sahalko dia, when it comes to Denesuline Honni. Torlunk out Yadet Yundorga Slat Dunon de la right. And Kusaizi the nits in Delu Ku Dazi northern Alberta the maybe big part of it, right? Or maybe from the north at Teots, So all these things Torlion puzzle Jolant Aunala. If you follow a long day, don't nena jala. Can you guys believe 3 years doing dergen us there? 3 years. Hola. So over the 3 years nena before this dudi Torlium si a chanil passing on this sneon doesn't snee, not in gossip way. Sneede is passing on information that una halkoed, not gossip base sneele. Just but uril lizzy doho dini sa snee, right? In a positive way, in a good way. That the information but real lizzy kont uda honni hunlini sa. The hunahik ani bunch an either. Dene one other shini henny nedia dene. Ku dad zeno loon not zene dad zene loon anyways a bedayini see. I have heard that story many times, different places. So Kondi sia, it just banani thirty it helps us. No it's right? It helps us understand who we are aside from colonization. Because church Tabat Uril Allah, but they've had a huge impact of the Tia Noha Chanyu Noha Yatiu Noha Ethiania. Colonization, right? Not just the church, but it's part of it. So Banari Dida in in Nedaha no has can honil tranu. Duhum again, that's a dela ever since Sakut Anu on very increased, you know. So it's very important that no hayatia de base, maybe no hayatia that ubenarit disi interpretalio eit ahonil tranoto, right? The other day something was brought up again. Denesul Line Dene parents, and I've heard this many times and I heard it again. Denesul Line Beyatie Daril Dinde, it's gonna stop them from learning Western education Dani then. So in other words, tot inaharil dine bet ahun ya Dani then. That is not true. Not true. And anytime I present sometimes I forget, but I'm pretty sure I bring this up. Not true. And I will argue with anybody. Then I go because it's gonna be beyond me, right? Tuhun da bagay LTU da dani da they LTC, right? No has cannon best cannon a best cannon hatazan. Good John's in 40 years from now, no need throw 75 a year. Maybe who he'll seen a day. Kuno haya tidarit azan kanini der aya deril din dazan. Because I don't think YouTube is gonna go away. Right? Ku duhum hanil tande 40 years from now angola tingo lieno the kanast khani dande no ni doid lahu. Dene die Hund no ni no hund au. Like it's Enya, right? So tot ine ya tiaz el dine ba ahun yani dende I in the most respectful way you are wrong. No which anyu no ya tieberil dine. But not only not at surdahile, because identity is very important identity and ingulya. Dogouts and tiga showing galu strength, right? I koni then see a each anye that thinking shulu dena nes kene honultan. And the schools in then hun ya danu fancy university dani dele no haga honal thanasa ban lai tot ina. So wouldn't you rather teach it now? Ayerni yare. Oh, draw dinik Allah. Right? So that's my message to you. Don't tadege. Suwa Leo. Hello Leon Atlantic. Nabar Leon. Next time I'm live, sometime this week. During Denekaya Danul, I'm sure there's gonna be something to pick up or zimbagaya tiha, just kind of continue on. Always good then a comment that us, and add it to the conversation, right? That igani then see. So it's always good. That's why doing then a class nastra. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Kind of just you get the way of thinking. And some of the videos I will be watching that too from my class over the next 4 or 5 months. That the videos that I've seen doing is more about linguistics, Dene language linguistics, and one of the videos bagayatia Yati, it's related to a language in Russia, somewhere, So I'm sure there's lots of theories of where people came from. But doge no nenenai desi a theory baduril dinde a honi baduril dinde pass on elia sni doho dini sni yanize, right? Denadoras kurtya don't alhinia, McMurray's in as a delayed lunt un as a dillion. Oh, dendorit other had delu donu dau lahon, whatever, clean out. So no nene, it's always be curious about it. So with that, Masin or Hossein Salot I'm gonna have a guess. We've been trying to line up a date and time this week and then record out slow, and then we'll be going live with a guest. You'll see, stay tuned. And Masi Cho don't Tesu Gabi Monday on the la. And hope you have a good week and have a good night. Masi.